Okay,
Table
nice.
tennis.
Okay, okay, perfect. And Daniel, what about you? What sports do you like?
And to practice sports, maybe biking or tennis. In the winter, I love skiing, but watch TV on TV I don't like too much.
Okay, but you like to do them. So like hiking, tennis, skiing. Perfect. Those are great sports. I love, or I used to love to go skiing. I haven't gone skiing in a long time. But perfect. Okay.
Where are you living
And
now, Joshua? Right?
uh, I'm living in Costa Rica right now.
Okay, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
So you are American.
Yes, I am an American.
Good.
Yeah. And so, Daniel, what are you gonna do today? What are you going to do today?
When I finish my Berlin class at 5 p.m., I'm going to go for a walk with my kids to the park. Maybe
Okay.
it's time to stay out out outdoors
Hmm.
because a couple of kids all evening at house it's hard.
Yeah.
They need to run.
Cool. Yeah, perfect. And that'll be fun. Julieta, welcome to class. Julieta, how are you doing? Julieta, can you hear me?
Hey, hi. Yes,
Hi.
I can hear you.
How's it going? Perfect.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and so Julieta, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Okay. Okay, good. And do you have any plans for the rest of the day?
I have to study.
Okay, you have to study? Good. I
Yes.
guess that'll be solid. So more studying. And what did you do this morning?
I have I had classes and then I just had lunch.
Okay, so lots of learning today. Um, but good. All right. And so yeah, let's get started with today's class. So we're talking about apartments and houses. And let's start with Dimas. Dimas, can you read the title and the next few lines?
Okay. Apartment and houses, infinitive and gerund. In today's lesson, we'll talk about renting a house or an apartment. House and apartment vocabulary, rent prices.
Good. And maybe Daniel, what would you rather have, a house or an apartment, and why?
Um, mm, Maybe an apartment because it's easier to clean it than a house. And so, often an apartment is located near the downtown, and I like to live in a city near the center because house usually is located in suburbs. You need to take your car for go everywhere, and I don't like. But if you like to have more space for your children or wherever, it's better a house. But I rather an apartment.
Okay, good. Um, One thing we changed locate. So often an apartment is locate. How do you change that?
It's located is
Located.
Yeah, located.
okay.
And so can you read this one more time?
Often, an apartment is located near downtown, and I would like to live near the city center. You need to take your car to go anywhere, which I don't like.
Yeah. And so if you live in the suburbs, I just didn't quite get to that. But that was good. Okay. And let's go to the next one. Let's have Daniel. Can you ask Julieta the first question?
Okay, Violeta, how many times had you looked for an apartment or a house?
When I have been in San Diego, I had to look for for a room.
Okay, maybe when I was in San Diego.
Yes.
Look for a room. Okay, so when I was in San Diego, I had to look for a room. Good. Yeah, that'll work. How long were you in San Diego for?
How long? Sorry. Okay, I was there for 10 months.
Okay, nice. Okay, perfect. Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay. What was your favorite part about San Diego?
The desert and Saborego Desert.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Comic Con.
Excuse me?
Comic Con San Diego.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it. I don't really know the area very well. Um, are you familiar with that, Giulietta?
Can you repeat the name?
Comic Con convention.
I think it's comics. It's about comics.
Yeah, comic convention.
Yeah.
Okay.
A costume, people wearing a
Yeah.
costume.
Cool. Okay.
Very
Yeah,
funny.
I didn't know that Comic Con was in San
The
Diego.
biggest convention of comics hobbies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's cool. Did you ever go to anything like that, Giulietta, when you were there?
I went to surf most of the time. Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Yeah, surfing is so much fun. Perfect.
Yes.
Ken, welcome to class. Ken, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Doing very well. Thank you for asking. And Ken, what did you do today? What did you do so far?
Today, nothing special. I
Okay.
just having dinner and after that I joined the class.
Okay. Perfect. That's a nice relaxing day. And Audie, welcome to class.
But,
Audie, how's it going?
Sure. Hello? Hmm?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh yes, yes. Maybe my Windows updating now, so maybe my computer is a bit slow. But anyway, I can hear you. Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah, that might be it. Audie, are you there?
Teacher,
Okay,
hello.
how's it going, Audie?
Okay. Everything's are good.
You really sorry?
Everything is good.
Okay. Okay, good. All right, nice. And so good. Let's go on and do the next question. Julieta, can you ask Dimas the next question?
What's the hardest thing about finding an apartment?
So when we consider an apartment where we are going to live in, maybe we need to, to think about our culture, our habit. I mean, so when you, so when is for example, so when you're trying to find an apartment in Japan and you are an American, like there are a lot of differences between American culture and Japanese culture. So you need to adapt when you move to Japan. So what I meant to say is you need to find a place where is suitable for your culture, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need to find.
just my opinion.
That's good. I think that's a good opinion. We'd say that is suitable
Yeah.
to your culture. Um, but good. That's a really great answer. I don't know how to place this. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. And also, welcome to class, Aldona. Aldona, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Joshua. Hello. Hello, class.
Hi.
Hi. Um, and so let's have Dimas. Can you ask Daniel the next question?
Okay, Daniel,
Yeah.
could you please kindly describe your apartment?
Okay, I think it's a big apartment. I have 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, a living room, and a bathroom. It's near the downtown. It's very brightness and cold in summer and warm in winter.
So, where are you living? Sorry, Daniel.
Sorry?
Where are you living
Yes.
right now?
Yeah. I'm
In what
living
country?
in Spain. I'm from Spain.
Ah, see. It's
Okay,
very
nice.
nice.
And yeah, I think it's a big apartment. I have 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, a living room, and a bathroom. It's just near downtown,
Okay.
or it's close to downtown.
Mhm.
Not the.
What can I? What? How could I say? There's much light through the windows. It's
Okay. Maybe it gets a lot of light, or you could even just say it's really light.
Yeah, it's bright.
Yeah. Right? That would work too. Yeah. So any of those that you want
okay.
gets a lot of light might be the clearest,
Mhm.
so people understand exactly what you're saying. But yeah, I think any of those could work.
Okay.
All right. And okay, that's a great question. Who can explain the difference between uptown and downtown? Does anybody know?
Maybe downtown is more historical place in a town, and uptown is a business business place. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so uptown is just like a residential area of a
Ah,
city or a town. Usually it's an expensive residential area. Um,
Mm.
so uptown, maybe certain area, and downtown is usually the center of the city, um, like the main business, commercial areas of a town or city, for sure. So yeah, you're definitely right. That was good. Does that make sense, Aldona?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And does anybody have any other questions? Okay. Let's try these. And let's start. How many words do we have? Okay, actually, let's have everybody choose a word. And can you guys write a sentence with your word in the chat box? So um, let's have Ken. Oh, sorry, with Ken, and then we can have Aldona,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can have Dimas. And then who's the next one? Daniel. And then Julieta. And then Ismail. Welcome to class, Ismail. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you, Joshua.
Okay, nice. And so yeah, can you guys just take your word and write a sentence with your word in the chat box? Cool. It's interesting. You can see the when people write in the group chat box, you can see little blurbs above their name. It looks new. A pretty ringtone. Okay, let's get started here then. And let's start with Dimas. Can you read your sentence?
Where on the earth are you living in a place where there is no any signs that lead me to your house?
Okay, good. We would want to change this.
Where on earth?
Huh? So yeah, we'd change those things. The underlined stuff. So what would you change?
Where on earth are you living in a place where there are no any signs that lead me to?
Okay, so yeah, I
There
guess if you say there are not any signs, or you could also say there are no signs,
yeah.
or where there aren't any signs. So there are no, or where there aren't any. So either would work. To lead me to your house, and me is not necessary. We could just say that lead to your house, or there are no signs that lead to your house.
Okay.
And that'd be good. Really nice job. Okay, and let's go to the next one. Ken, can you read your sentence?
Okay, British people shorten the word advertisement as an advert, while American people shorten it as an ad.
Okay. Maybe we'd use just a preposition here.
As
Instead of
advert.
saying as on. Not quite as.
Shorten the word to.
Yeah, to.
Okay.
Well, American people shorten it to add. Yeah, exactly. That's a really good one. Really nice job.
Okay.
And I think the next one, Daniel, can you read the next sentence?
I must pay 3 times the rent price for the deposit in my new apartment.
Really good. The rent's price, so with a C. And then we change this preposition.
Okay. 4.
For the deposit for my new apartment,
Oh no.
I think
Let's see.
could work. It sounds a little bit strange because you repeat for. I
Yeah.
think that it could.
Of.
Not of.
2 times 4, Joshua.
It sounds awkward, yeah. For the
Yes.
deposit for my new apartment, but you could do it. It works. There's a better one.
2.
Mm-mm.
In.
Any other guesses?
3 times for the deposit
On.
on my.
So we make a deposit on something. We deposit, make a deposit on a car, make a deposit on a house, make a deposit on an apartment. It's a really odd one. But yeah. You could also say for my new apartment, the deposit for my new apartment. But either would work. Can you read that sentence one more time, Daniel?
I must pay 3 times the rent price for the deposit on my new apartment.
Good. Okay, perfect. And I think the next one was Giulietta.
Yes. I'm looking for a renter. I have to move and I decided to rent my apartment.
Yeah, this is really good. I think looking for a renter. I'd use a semicolon here because they're complete sentences that can stand alone, but they do work together as well. So I'm looking for a renter. I have to move and I decided to rent my apartment. Maybe we'd use the present perfect here. How would you do that?
I decide.
Not quite. So the present perfect.
Have.
Perfect. Yeah. I have decided to rent my apartment. Or I've decided. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I think that's good though. You don't need it. So you can just say I decided. But usually because we have to move, you still haven't moved yet. And so the decision is still kind of taking place. For that reason, we'd probably use the present perfect. But you could argue it, I think. It's not cut and dry, but good. And who's the next one?
It's mine.
Aldona. Huh?
It's mine.
Yeah, Aldona, can you read that?
Before renting an apartment, it's important to sign a suitable terms contract.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really good. I'm not sure if I'd use terms. You could, and I know it works. It sounds better to say a suitable contract. It sounds more natural. And I think it's kind of understood that it's a terms contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe that's the only thing I'd change. Yeah, good job. And the next one is Audie. Audie, can you read your sentence?
Okay, teacher. I really into rent the unit, but there's a lot of things that need to be repaired, so I decided for searching another units.
Okay. This is good. We're missing maybe in There's a lot of things that need. We would remove that third person S that need to be repair. Try. We change this to.
Okay.
And then we'd add the preposition for. Okay. How would you correct this?
I really um,
I am interested
Mm-hmm.
I
in
am
renting the unit, but there's lots of things that need to be
repaired.
repaired.
Should it be two repair things?
Repaired.
Repaired.
Yeah, that thing should be plural.
And so I decided
To search.
first to search.
Yeah. Search for another unit. Adi, can you read that one more time?
I really am interested in renting the unit, but there's a lot of things that need to be repaired. So I decided to search for another unit.
Nice. And I think for the same reason that we changed the last Ardona sentence to the present perfect, we would want to say, I have decided to search for another unit, because you're still interested, but you have decided. So you're still on this path, kind of. So that it's not a completed action yet. So for that reason, I think it'd sound better to use the present perfect. But again, you could use the past. But it just depends on what you want to do. Okay, I think you did a great job, though. And got one more. Ismail, can you read your sentence?
If you are single in Turkey, you have to be ready for heavy contract clauses of your landlord.
Okay, so you kind of changed it around a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, no, that's fine. Did you want to remove this part?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're single in Turkey, it's difficult to find a landlord for renting her house.
But why?
We can change the second part of the sentence with the second sentence.
Okay.
Usually.
Cool. So you have to be ready for heavy contract clauses of your landlord. I'm not sure what you mean by a contract. You have to be ready. What's a contract clause?
A contract
Terms, I think.
article, for example, in how can I say?
That are pointed, not? For example, the first point, the second point, the third point of the contract.
Okay.
Contract article,
Terms.
contract. We talk about in insurance business clause. Joshua, for example, if you have a car insurance, on the contract there are many clauses about the
Clauses.
clauses. Yes.
Clauses instead of clauses.
Okay.
You have to be ready for, and maybe from your landlord. You have to be ready for heavy contract clauses from your landlord. Okay, and yeah, why is that? Why do you have to be ready for heavy contract clauses if you're single in Turkey?
People don't want to give single people their homes.
Why?
They think. Sorry?
But why?
Why? They think that it can be problematic for the neighbors.
Huh. Okay, that's interesting. I definitely didn't know that.
Actually, single people generally use this one a little differently. They don't obey the apartment rules. They listen music late in the night, and they make some noise when they came drunk late in the apartment, and they, I don't know, there is a thinking about this. They give many they use home in a badly manner.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
create
so
many defects after they leave home.
maybe they leave the home in bad condition
Yes.
or in a bad condition. But good. And all right, Adela, welcome to class.
Hello.
Adela, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks. I'm a little strange, no, about the not single.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
I have a hard time finding an apartment, I'm sure. Interesting. Okay. And yeah, really odd. But I guess it kind of makes sense. Maybe single people go out more. And yeah. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. You guys did a great job with your sentences. I think that was everybody. So let's try this really quickly. Adela, can you read the title and the directions?
Gerunds and infinitive. Fill in the blank with a gerund or an infinitive.
Good. And can you try the first one, Adela?
Don't forget to give the keys to the client.
Good. Nicely done. Ken, what about the next one?
Okay, I hate to move into a new apartment. Packing and unpacking is such pain.
Okay. I don't think I'd use to move.
I hate moving into an apartment.
Yeah, I think that sounds a little bit better.
Okay.
To move would work. I hate to move into a new apartment. But it sounds much more natural to say I hate moving. Good. And what about the next one, Aldona?
I imagine being so beautiful. Cleaning that house every day, it's so beautiful.
Not quite. So
To
imagine you pass it on the way to work.
But on the way to work. Buying this house every day, it's so beautiful.
Yeah. So imagine buying that house every day. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Does that make sense? Do you kind of understand?
Yes.
Okay. And Dimas, what about the next one?
I need to clean the house by Tuesday.
I need to clean the house by Tuesday. We could also use another one. Maybe if you're a real estate agent, what would the other one be if you're a real estate agent?
I need to sell the house by Tuesday.
And what about the next one? Daniel.
Oh yeah, this house still cleaning.
The house still needs cleaning. For sure. Good. And I think that was great. You guys did a wonderful job. Does anybody have any? Yeah.
Sorry, can we use the third sentence? I need cleaning the house by Tuesday, or I need selling the house by Thursday?
No, we can't. So I know it's the same verb. So this is active. I need to clean. The house needs cleaning. This is passive. So when we use passive with need, you can use the ing, you can use the gerund. But if it's active, we need to use the infinitive. So it's one example of having the same verb followed by different things.
Okay, thank you.
So hopefully that makes sense.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes, Joshua, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I have another one. The
Okay.
house still needs to be cleaned.
That works.
Oh.
To be cleaned. For sure. Or you could say cleaning. Any other questions? Okay. And let's go on. Let's talk about these quotations. And let's have Giulietta, can you read the first quotation?
Home wasn't a set house or a single town on a map. It was wherever the people who loved you were, whenever you were together. Not a place, but a moment, and then another building on each other like bricks to create a solid shelter that you take with you for your entire life, wherever you may go.
Nice. That was good. Okay. Really great pronunciation. Does anybody have any questions about this first quotation?
What does cellar mean? Shelter mean?
Okay, shelter. Does anybody know what shelter means?
Shelter. Yes.
No, go ahead.
Maybe the place protect protect from something. A safe place, I mean, maybe.
Okay.
It's very connected with the war terminology. For example, if there is a war, people are going to go into shelter because of the bombing, maybe.
Yeah, so that would actually be a bomb shelter. So bomb shelter, it's just a really protective shelter. I think shelters can be a little bit less than that, so they don't have to be connected with war. So Ken said a safe place.
We can use instead of home as a shelter.
Yeah.
Also.
Homes and houses.
For example, for street men go into shelter at the cold night.
Yeah, he takes shelter. He takes shelter in the mine. So yeah, the homeless man can take shelter in the mine. So shelter is anything or any place that protects you. A shelter is a place that protects you from the environment. And that's it. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, just a place that protects you. And yeah. So does anybody have any other questions on that first one? Okay. And so let's try the next one. Ishmael, can you read the next paragraph?
Never make your home in a place. Make a home for yourself inside inside your own head. You will find what you need to furnish it. Memory, friends you can trust, love of learning, and other such things. That way it will go with you wherever you journey.
Good. I think that's great. And so, based on this, Audie, what do you think a home is? What's a home?
Home is where a home is a place to live with a family.
I didn't quite hear you, I don't think. Can you repeat that?
A home is the place to live with the family. With
Okay.
family.
Home is the place you live with family. I think that's good. And yeah, maybe Audie, do you think it's easy to change your home?
I don't think so because while we are already comfortable with our with our neighbor, it is not very easy for us to change our home.
Okay, so if you're already really comfortable with your neighbors, it's not very easy to
live another place. Yes.
Yeah, to leave for another place. Okay. And so, Adela, what about you? What do you think of these quotations generally?
I think you can change your house, but if your home is inside you, it's not a problem because you go abroad, you have the experience, the friends, all this home. But no, it's not a place. It's the feelings about the people you like, you love, etc. Home, house is a place, but home is a feeling.
Really good. So, house. Maybe we just say a house
A
is a
house
place,
is a
but
place, yes.
a home is a feeling. I think that's good. Okay. Really nice. And yeah, that's good. Does anybody else have anything else to say? Anything else that they'd like to say here? Okay, so no questions or comments. I think you guys did a really good job really quickly about getting to the basics of it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Talk about this. And Ken, can you read the title and then the next line?
Okay. In a dark house, equal to be in trouble with someone. Example, I forgot to take out the trash again this week, and Caroline is so mad. I'm definitely in the dark house.
Good. Yeah. You could also say I'm definitely in the doghouse with Carolyn. And okay, maybe Ken, can you ask Aldona the question at the bottom of the page?
Okay. Have you ever been in a dark house? Explain.
Sometimes it's inevitable to be in a doghouse. But being in the doghouse might make you more stronger against problems, and you may learn how to not survive it, how to fight it, not how to get rid of the troubles next time.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes it's inevitable to be in the doghouse, but being in the doghouse makes you stronger against problems. You may learn how to survive and how to get rid of troubles next time. This is good. I think that's awesome. Okay. Yeah, and so can you think of any specific time, Aldona, that you were in the doghouse?
Hmm. Well, I also forgot to take out the trash many times, but it didn't mean to be in trouble, that much trouble.
Okay, so you've forgotten to take out the trash many times, but it didn't get me in too much trouble. Okay, I think that's good. Maybe Dimas, what about you? Have you ever been in the doghouse? Dimas, are you there? Okay, Daniel, what about you?
Maybe many times when I was a child.
Yeah.
With my cousins, we used to be in the doghouse, maybe to fight each other or to stole uh, fruit from the countryside to get in abandoned houses.
Wow. You guys are a bunch of rebels. So one thing, we would say four, and we'd use the gerund. So we used to be in the
Okay.
doghouse for fighting each other, or for stealing fruits from the countryside, or for getting into abandoned houses. Yeah, that sounds hilarious. Okay. And are you still close with your cousins? Are you still friends with your cousins?
Yes,
Nice.
we carry on being good friends.
That's great. That's a good bonding experience too. Okay, good. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. And maybe let's try this. Daniel, can you ask Julieta the first question?
Okay, Julieta, in your opinion, what is the best way to convince someone to lower the price of a house or apartment?
Um, the best way is to say that you can pay quickly if the landlord lowers the price.
Nice. Best way is to say that you can pay quickly if the landlord lowers the price. Yeah, that's definitely a really good way. And maybe Ishmael, can you think of any other ways?
Yeah, yes, Josh. You have to have some good skills on communication. You should talk with. Sorry,
Don't worry.
you should talk with landlord.
Okay. I think that's good.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to have good communication skills, and you should talk with the landlord. Yeah, all right.
You should talk with the landlord sincerely and get and demand a sale.
Demand
Or
a sale, maybe a better deal.
a better deal. Yes, Joshua. In my country, to create a trust is very important because sometimes people get their homes rent with high price, but after that they usually can not get their money. That's why, for example, if you talk with landlord, what about what you are doing and about your job and about your background, and if you create a trust atmosphere, you can get a lower price. Trust in
Right.
trust.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a great way of saying it. Um, okay, yeah, that'll definitely get you a better price or a better deal. Okay, and Ishmael, can you ask Audie the last question?
Audi, what is the most important thing to consider when choosing a house or apartment? Why?
I think most important thing to consider when we choosing a house or apartment. Teacher, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the most important thing for us to consider when we choosing a house or an apartment, a house or apartment is the neighbor. The neighbor
If we'd say are the neighbors.
the neighbor are the neighbors because we gonna
Maybe that's actually tricky. I'm sorry.
okay.
Is who the neighbors are.
Who's the neighbors are? Okay.
And because?
And because we will interact, we will interaction with them.
Yeah, because you'll interact with them. So yeah, it's important to choose where you live because of the neighbors, because you have to interact with them. Yeah, I think that's great. Really good answer, Audie. Okay. And maybe, what about you, Adela? What's the most important thing for you?
I think the word neighborhood is important for me, and the neighbor, I agree with the classmate. Neighbor too. I don't like neighbors are so friendly because they are people is a little intromission in your life. Intromission is correct or no? Is when people is very close with you. I think they have an opinion about your life or your. I don't like this. A relation. I like a relationship, but not a very close relationship with the neighbor.
Okay. But not a very close relationship. Maybe with my neighbors. I think that's good.
My neighbors. Okay.
And so yeah, they can kind of butt into your life and they can, always see what you're doing. Okay.
Yes, because they live in same flat, for example, it's not possible to live about them, no?
Yeah. Yeah, you always have to do something with them or Yeah, if you're having your other friends over, you have to invite them because they can always hear you. Yeah, that's true. So unfortunately, we do have to finish up class. I do have another class right after this, so if you guys join, I'd love to see you. But yeah, thanks for coming in and have a really great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.